Have you ever stopped for a moment and asked yourself why some people seem to rise above any challenge while others are held captive by the smallest setback? Have you noticed how certain individuals appear unshakable no matter what life throws at them? And have you wondered if there's a secret behind their success? A secret that isn't written in any book, isn't hidden in some obscure formula, but is within reach for everyone, including you. I want you to hold that thought because it is the key to everything I'm about to share. Imagine for a moment that life is a vast ocean. Some days the waters are calm, the sun is shining, and everything seems effortless. Other days, storms rise unexpectedly, waves crash over the bow, and it feels like there's no way forward. Now picture two captains navigating these waters. One lets the storm dictate their course, panics, fears, and struggles. The other, despite the same storm, adjusts their sails, keeps their focus, and uses the wind to their advantage. The difference isn't the storm, it's the mindset. It's not the circumstances, it's the response. I want to tell you something crucial. You cannot control everything that happens to you. Life is unpredictable. Events occur that are beyond your control. People act in ways you do not anticipate. Circumstances sometimes seem unfair, cruel even. But here is the astonishing truth that most people overlook. You can control one thing, the way you respond. That is where your power lies. That is where your freedom begins. And that, my friends, is where real success is born. Let's pause and consider that. You may have been hurt, disappointed, or let down by someone. You may have lost something, worked hard for, or found yourself facing obstacles that seemed insurmountable. In that moment, your circumstances might scream that life is against you. But your mind, your attitude, your perspective, these are yours. They are not dictated by the world around you. They are dictated by you. And if you can master that, you have mastered the only thing that truly matters. Think about it this way. Every successful person you admire has faced setbacks. Every inventor, every entrepreneur, every leader, every artist has encountered obstacles that could have stopped them. But what separated those who succeeded from those who failed was not luck. It wasn't genius or timing alone, it was mindset. They understood deeply that life is not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond to what happens to you. Now, I want to stir your curiosity further. Imagine for a moment that you are walking down a street and you see two people standing in the same pouring rain. One person complains, curses, and feels miserable. The other raises their face to the rain, smiles, and notices the freshness of the air, the sparkle of the city lights reflected in puddles, and the opportunity to simply experience life. Did the rain change? No. The rain is exactly the same for both people. What changes their perception, their response, their mind? This is the power we are talking about. I know what some of you are thinking. That's easy to say, but it's hard to practice. And you're right. It is hard. It's not natural to smile when life throws its heaviest blows. But what is natural is to learn, to grow, and to discover the astonishing power within your own mind. You see, your mind is like a garden. You can let weeds of doubt, fear, and resentment grow freely. Or you can plant seeds of courage, hope, and determination and tend to them every day. The harvest depends on what you choose to nurture. Let me share a story with you, one that illustrates this perfectly. There was a man who lost everything in a single day, his job, his home, and nearly his family. Most people would have surrendered to despair, would have blamed fate, and would have become victims of circumstance. But this man made a choice. He chose to see his situation as temporary, as a challenge, not a catastrophe. He focused on what he could do, not what he couldn't. He learned new skills, sought help, and persevered. In time, not only did he rebuild his life, but he achieved success beyond what he had ever imagined. What was the difference? Mindset over circumstances. He understood that while he could not control the storm, he could control how he navigated it. Now, here's something fascinating. The way you respond to life's challenges doesn't just affect your outcomes, it shapes your future. Every thought you think, every decision you make, every habit you form compounds over time. Responding with positivity, with determination, with courage creates momentum. Responding with fear, anger, or defeat creates patterns that trap you. It's like pouring water into two different streams. One flows toward growth, abundance, and achievement. The other stagnates, circles back, and evaporates before it reaches anything meaningful. And here's the secret that most people never learn. You are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your responses. That is the great revelation. That is where freedom and power exist. You cannot always change the world around you, but you can change the world inside you. You can decide whether you are a victim or a victor. And the beautiful part is, the victor is always just one decision away. Let me take your curiosity a step further. Have you ever noticed that people who complain constantly often seem to attract more problems? And people who maintain a positive, proactive mindset, no matter the challenge, often seem to attract opportunities. That is not coincidence. That is law. The law of cause and effect operates in your life through your attitude, your choices, your responses. When you choose to respond with clarity, integrity, and focus, life begins to reward you in ways you cannot yet imagine. Consider this. Every challenge, every obstacle, every failure carries within it a hidden opportunity. It may be an opportunity to learn, to grow, to innovate, to discover strengths you never knew you had. Your circumstances are not punishers, they are teachers. And the student who learns to see them that way develops a resilience, a wisdom, and a power that cannot be taken away. I want to invite you to think about your own life right now. What circumstances feel impossible? What setbacks seem permanent? What challenges seem insurmountable? And now I want you to ask yourself a powerful question. How am I choosing to respond? That is the question that separates those who live in frustration from those who live in freedom. That is the question that separates those who succeed from those who merely survive. The human mind is an incredible tool. It can imprison you, or it can set you free. It can focus on scarcity, limitation, and fear, or it can focus on abundance, possibility, and opportunity. And here's the remarkable part. You have the power to decide where your mind will dwell. You are the gatekeeper. You are the director of the movie playing in your head, and the scenes you choose to focus on will shape your reality. Let me share another insight that is often overlooked. Circumstances are temporary. Pain is temporary. Mistakes are temporary. Even failure is temporary. What is lasting is the mindset you cultivate, the way you train your mind to respond. Imagine a seed buried in the dark soil. It faces pressure, darkness, even decay. But with the right response, to grow upward toward the light, it emerges stronger, taller, and capable of producing fruit. Your mind works the same way. Now, here is a fascinating paradox. The very things that challenge you the most are the things that can develop your greatest strengths. Adversity, when met with courage, teaches resilience. Disappointment teaches patience. Loss teaches appreciation. Mistakes teach insight. And the key is not to avoid these challenges, but to approach them with the understanding that your response is the tool that will shape your destiny. Curiosity is your ally in this journey. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow from this experience? How can I turn this obstacle into a stepping stone? Questions like these shift your mind from helplessness to empowerment. And empowerment is contagious. It spreads to every area of your life. When you learn to respond rather than react, to think rather than panic, to act rather than blame, you begin to create a life of purpose, meaning, and extraordinary results. Here's another truth that will change the way you see your daily life. Small, consistent responses compound over time. The mind, like money, grows with interest. Respond positively once, twice, 100 times, and patterns begin to form. Respond negatively once, twice, 100 times, and patterns form there as well. The choice is yours, and the results are inevitable. Consider for a moment the power of thought. Every thought is a choice. Every reaction is a choice. And the combination of these choices builds habits, builds character, and ultimately builds destiny. If you can learn to pause before responding, to choose a thought that empowers rather than diminishes, to choose an action that aligns with your values, you begin to master the art of life. And mastering the art of life begins not with controlling circumstances, but with controlling your mind. I want to challenge you now to experiment. Start noticing every situation where you feel stress, anger, fear, or doubt. Instead of reacting automatically, pause, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is the best way to respond right now? That pause, that tiny moment of conscious choice, is where power lies. It may seem small at first, but over time it reshapes your mind, your behavior, and your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. History is filled with examples of people who understood this principle. They were not superheroes. They were not immune to suffering. They were human, just like you and me. But they understood that the measure of a person is not what happens to them. It is how they respond. They understood that challenges are inevitable, but despair is optional. They understood that while life may knock you down, your mind can lift you higher than you ever dreamed. And here is the final curiosity to consider. Your life is a reflection of your responses. Every relationship, every career, every dream, every setback, and every success stems from the choices you make in response to circumstances. You are not waiting for the perfect situation to act. You are not waiting for luck, for opportunity, for approval. You are acting from the inside out, and that is the source of unstoppable momentum. Now let's consider something that may surprise you. Most people believe that success is about avoiding problems, about having smooth circumstances, about being spared the difficulties of life. But here's the paradox. Those who are truly successful, those who achieve greatness, do not wait for smooth roads. They do not wish for life to treat them gently. They learn to navigate the rough waters. They understand that obstacles are not barriers. They are opportunities in disguise. And the way to uncover that opportunity is entirely in your response. Have you ever wondered why some people complain endlessly yet never seem to make progress, while others seem to transform challenges into breakthroughs? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's mindset. One person sees a setback and says, "Why me?" The other says, "What can I learn?" One person sees failure and says, "I give up." The other says, "I haven't succeeded yet, but I will." That tiny shift in perspective, repeated over and over, changes everything. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a young person starting a new career, full of hope and ambition. On the first day, they make a mistake, a big one. Their boss is disappointed. Colleagues notice. Most people would carry the weight of that moment for weeks, maybe months, letting it define their self-worth. But the person with the right mindset sees it differently. They analyze what went wrong, they ask questions, they improve, and they take action. The mistake is no longer a curse, it is a lesson. That lesson, applied consistently, becomes a stepping stone toward mastery. And here's a truth that will intrigue you: your circumstances will always test you. Life is designed to challenge your beliefs, your patience, your determination, and your courage. If you think that challenges will disappear, you are mistaken. If you think that success comes without resistance, you are being deceived. Every path worth walking has obstacles. But the fascinating part is, the obstacles that seem most intimidating often hold the richest rewards. And you only unlock those rewards by mastering your response. Think about the power of choice. Every moment presents a choice. When you are faced with disappointment, will you choose despair or determination? When you are faced with criticism, will you choose anger or curiosity? When you are faced with fear, will you choose retreat or courage? Every choice matters, every response matters, and the accumulation of these choices determines the course of your life. Let me share an example from the world of business. There was a man whose company faced financial collapse. Creditors were demanding payment. Employees were anxious. The press was negative. The situation seemed hopeless. Many would have panicked. But he paused. He focused on solutions rather than problems. He thought creatively, worked strategically, and communicated openly with his team. In time, the company recovered, stronger than ever. What saved it? Not circumstance, not luck, mindset over circumstance. His response created results that circumstance alone could never have guaranteed. Here's another curious fact. Our responses don't just affect the present, they shape the future. Each decision, each reaction creates a ripple. Respond with pati, ence, and patience becomes a habit. Respond with integrity, and integrity becomes your reputation. Respond with courage, and courage becomes a force that attracts opportunities. Respond with fear, and fear compounds, closing doors that could have been opened. Life is a mirror, reflecting back the energy you give it through your choices. Now let's explore something even deeper. Many people underestimate the power of self-talk. The words you say to yourself, the stories you tell yourself, have a profound impact on your mindset. When you face a challenge, if you say, "I can't do this," you have already surrendered. But if you say, "I will find a way," or "I may not know the solution yet, but I will learn," you activate a part of your mind that searches for answers, that creates solutions, that moves you forward. The inner dialogue is a compass. It directs the ship of your life. Choose it wisely. Consider the human capacity for resilience. History is full of people who faced unimaginable difficulties, wars, poverty, discrimination, illness, and yet they rose. not because life favored them, but because they refused to allow circumstances to dictate their future. Their mindset, their response, became their power. And that same power is available to you. You are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by what you do with what happens. Here's something fascinating. Your response can transform not only your life, but the lives of others. When you respond with kindness, patience, and understanding, you create an environment where others can thrive. When you respond with positivity, courage, and creativity, you inspire those around you to do the same. One person's mindset can ripple through families, workplaces, and communities. Imagine the power you hold in every interaction, simply by choosing how you respond. Let's explore curiosity for a moment. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract opportunities effortlessly? The truth is, they do not attract them by accident. They see possibilities where others see problems. They explore solutions where others see obstacles. They respond to life with a sense of curiosity, an eagerness to discover, a refusal to be limited by circumstance. And you can do the same. Curiosity shifts your mind from complaint to exploration, from fear to innovation, from stagnation to growth. Think of your mind as a labyrinth. Ori. Every challenge, every setback, every unexpected twist is an experiment. You test ideas, adjust, refine, and observe results. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you fail, but each time you gain knowledge. And knowledge, when applied consistently, leads to mastery. The person who responds with curiosity never stops learning, they never stop growing, and their potential is limitless. Now, consider this remarkable insight. People often overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can do in a year. Small, consistent, mindful responses compound over time. A single positive response may seem insignificant today, but repeated thousands of times, it shapes character, builds resilience, and produces results that seem extraordinary. Conversely, repeated negative responses compound as well, creating patterns that limit potential. The choice is yours, moment by moment, decision by decision. Let me take you even further. Imagine facing a situation that seems hopeless. A job lost, a relationship strained, a dream deferred. Most people focus on the weight of the problem, the size of the obstacle, and the unfairness of life. But the person with the right mindset focuses on action. What steps can I take? What can I learn? What resources can I use? The moment you shift from focus on the problem to focus on your response, you reclaim control even in the darkest circumstances. And here's something that will intrigue you. The mind is naturally drawn to patterns. If you repeatedly respond with fear or frustration, your brain begins to seek out reasons to reinforce those responses. But if you train your mind to respond with courage, creativity, and positivity, your brain begins to recognize opportunities, solutions, and possibilities. You are literally rewiring your mind, building neural pathways that make powerful, constructive responses your natural default. Have you ever noticed how some people thrive under pressure? They don't thrive because the situation is easy. They thrive because they have mastered the art of response. They stay calm when others panic. They think clearly when others are confused, and they act decisively when others hesitate. And the fascinating part is, anyone can develop this skill. It's not genetic, it's learned, it's practiced, it's cultivated, it's a choice. And here's a final layer to consider. The people who achieve lasting success do not wait for perfect circumstances. They act despite imperfection, despite fear, despite doubt. They respond to life with intentionality, with focus, and with determination. They understand that circumstances are never the ultimate determinant of outcome. Response is. That is the secret that separates those who dream from those who accomplish, those who survive from those who thrive.